Ellie Paper Studio, and today I have a Project Life spread that I'm going to be working on. This is my second one, so and it's already July, almost August, and I'm working on February right now. So I've definitely had I have a lot of catching up to do, and I'm gonna get started right on it. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna be doing with this. This is a card that my husband got me for Valentine's Day. So of course February, the big thing there was Valentine's Day. I've already cut my pictures and matted them on white cardstock since I'm using color cardstock as a background. And then I'm gonna be using papers from this collection, which is perfect for February. It's from Crepe Paper, and it says, it was a hot buy at some point for Michael's, and it's Hello Love, and it has a lot of different Valentine's Day type layouts and type of products. So I think I'm going to be using some of this to contrast with the pink. And then I'll probably be cutting out some of these words just to use as decorations, and I'll be using some of these also as decorations. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and just take a stab at it. I'm not sure what I'm doing with it. I'm just going with it right now. Okay, so what I ended up doing is that I cut the card that I got for Valentine's for my husband in half. This way it's just open. And I put it on some cardstock, and it's polka dots, but every so often it has a pink heart, and I really like those little details. And then I just adhered it to the layout. And this layout, I didn't use my template guide that you can find for free at my website that kind of gives you the dimensions that you can cut your items at. What I'm doing here, I have these Elle Studio cards, and they are from 2013. So obviously that's not going to work. So what I ended up doing is finding a card that had February started on a Thursday, I believe, and I just looked for a card that had that. And then I cut the top and pieced it together to make it February. And then with hearts, I just basically took the last few days. Obviously, February only has 28 days. So for the year, I'm just using my date stamp to try to stamp out the date. And I'm going to be using the border of that 12 by 12 sheet and just stamping it on it. And I'm sorry that was off camera, but here you go. You can see that I'm cutting it and putting it together, and that's going to cover the 2013. And now I'm just gluing the pieces together. And next I am choosing some cardstock paper, and my dog just came in the room, so you're going to be hearing him and his chewing. And I ended up choosing this paper. Again, it's very Valentine-y. The first half of the layout is definitely just Valentine's Day. And now I'm just looking for labels in my stash of things I've printed before that are a little bit darker, just because I have a lot of white on this layout with the card and even the pattern paper that I've chosen. So I am able to find that label, and then that be my Valentine. And then I also found that February 14th little label, which was perfect. And this label here, even though it still has a lot of white, because I'm going to be journaling on it, is really, really great. And I feel like it matches the theme of the black and the white and the pink. So now I'm looking for little things to use to embellish it. I'm not very great at keeping embellishments. I try every so often to put embellishments together, and then I never end up knowing really what I need or what I want. I think I'm going to be following some of what I've seen on YouTube, which is to just look at things that are out there in the market and maybe try to recreate something similar with my pattern papers. Which I know is kind of like cheating because someone else took the trouble to design it, but
it's just mostly to draw inspiration and to have embellishments ready. So there, I just made my own tag. It's super easy. And again, I'm just choosing colored paper that's a little darker than just the white, just to give it more color. And now I'm looking for other colors to complement the rest of the layout and just items to help embellish it. And then that is the bottom flower there is part of my own embellishments that I've created in the past. And then I just doodle some lines. I couldn't find any a label that or a stamp that fit that perfectly, so I just doodle my own lines, and I kind of really liked how that turned out. And now I'm just filling up the journaling, and I'm going to be almost done with my layout. The next part you'll see is I was looking for pattern paper and just little embellishments and words. And I took my fringe scissors, and I did this off camera, I guess. I didn't even just realize that. And with the fringe scissors, I just cut some fringe and some small text that's also available at my website if you want to download it and print it and foil it or do all kinds of things with it. And then I realized that the February card was just a little too short, so I added some lace to just kind of add some more detail, and then some glossy accents on the hearts. And that's pretty much it for that layout.
Okay, so here's my finished layout, or my first page layout for February. I'm probably going to break this up into several videos. I did have to do a lot of piecing together. I wasn't sure what I was going to end up doing. I was looking for a journaling stamp that would fit this, and I couldn't find any that I liked. So I ended up doodling my own, which I'm very happy with how it turned out. And this is also a great way of using cards that you get from people that you don't want to throw away. And you also don't want to store in a box, because when are you ever going to go through them? Or at least that's my philosophy. But if you put them in an album, you will go through the album, through the pictures. So this is maybe a little bit more fun. So I really like how this turned out. I added some teal because I had a lot of pink. It still has a lot of pink, but I still like how it turned out. So I hope this inspires you, and I will be putting more pictures at the end of the video.